we got to put the joke in there, right? So then you know it's unit 6, right? Okay. That'll help us. Okay. So what did I do? I went into here. I downloaded the unit 4 zip. I'm in unit 6. So this is unit 6. I downloaded the zip there. There it is. I went to it. I showed the folder. There it is. Okay. This is another area in documents. I created Java Jam just so I have it. Okay. I'm going to bring this over. Bring that over to documents. Okay. Are you having trouble? Is it okay? We good? Peachy? All right. Okay, we're going to move that there. All right, so now I've got it there. It's going to be unit 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this file and I'm going to rename it to 6, like that. Oops. Because what happens is when I right-click on it and I unzip it, I want it to go to unit 6. Now I've got it unit 6. So if I go into unit 6, still says unit 4 there. That's okay. All right, what I'm going to do is do this. That's all right. I'll have it twice. That's annoying. I'm going to change this to unit 6 also, just so it's not confusing. So I have unit 6 there twice. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's unit 4, and I just put it in unit 6. You just want to know you're taking the unit 4 files, and you're going to use this as a starting point for unit 6. That's it. You do this stuff all the time. This is what I try to tell you. You take files all the time from different websites. You take files from different places, different projects, and you just combine them together to give you a starting point. You don't have to create from scratch every single time, right? Start recording again. I just double click on one of the files, index, and bring it up and look at it and say, okay, yeah, this looks right? Check your files, menu, music. Okay, so everything seems to work. Okay, so we're done, right? That's it. Beautiful. That was tough, right? That's why we get paid the big bucks. Okay, no, not quite. All right, so it just gives you an idea, but I've got it. It's running off my file, off of here, file, C. So it's unit 6, even though it's unit 4. But now I can go through and I can look at it and I can check it and I can make sure that every time I make a little change, that the change is showing up there. That's it. All right, I'm going to get rid of this like so. How would it work on Linux? You can do it on Linux. You can do this on a Mac. Back to the episode here. We created our folder, right? We've got our folder. We've got everything in here. We know it works. Part of the reason I do this, I just check it to make sure that it works, because the last thing I want to do is start using files that don't work, right? That doesn't make any sense. What do they want you to do? They say, go to the CSS file and text there, and you're going to modify some stuff. I might do some of it. I might not do all of it just because of time. We'll see. So let's do something. So configure the CSS. So let's go to the CSS file. I'm going to go here, Java Jam CSS, and I'm going to edit it. I'm going to edit Notepad++. I'm going to close everything else here because this stuff is some other stuff. All right, so here's my CSS file. And for those of you who struggled a little bit with Unit 4 or had some issues about or questions about how to do some of it, this hopefully will tell you, because this is what you're looking at. Okay, so there's Unit 4. So what do they want you to do? Modify the header element select. So where's that? Where's header? Right there. Right? Where's header? Here, I'll make it bigger for you. Does that help? I know some of you have I got to get some of you to, I got to bribe some of you to get glasses, I think, or I'm going to put you right in front of the screen. I'm the same way. Okay, so look at the header. Modify the header element. Okay, in tasks 3, 4, and 5, you remove the Java logo image from HTML and code the website Java Jam Coffee as H1 text. Okay. So in this step, you will configure the Java logo div as a background. Okay. Image with the center, background position, and no repeats. Okay. So we're in here. We're going to put a background in there and have no repeats. Okay. Because what do you want it to look like? Okay. So what do you think we need to do? In this step, you will configure, so again, sorry. Okay, configure the Java logo.gif as a background image with center background position. Okay, so let's do this. I gotta go look at my files. It wants the Java logo.gif. Do I have that file in here? I should, right? I am on, oh, I am now, sorry. Thank you. I forgot to restart it. All right, so what do I need to do for that then? Anyone? Remove the Java logo. So here, let's see. If I go to my image, if I go to my file here, I'm going to configure the Java logo.gif as a background image. Here it is. Here's my Java logo.gif. It's right there. What does this look like again? There it is, Java Jam Coffee House. So that's the logo right there. Okay. So I want this to be a background image, according to what they're saying. Okay. I want that to be a background image. All right. They want you to move it from, all right, so let's do this. I think I don't know, you guys seem a little confused. Let me open up the index, and let me open up index. Look in index. You see something here? You see where it says here? See this? An index? Do you see that? It's referring to the image file, java logo.gif. You see that? That's what this is referring to. It's saying you will remove the Java logo.gif image from the HTML code. This is the HTML code. So you're going to use put it in, have you do it from CSS versus an HTML. Okay? Does that make sense? Because look at up here, you've got a background image up here. You're using a background image here for body. Look at this. And you're using a GIF for that. What does background.gif look like? Let's go look at it just if you've forgotten. What does background.gif look like? Double click on that. There you go. You know, it's nothing exciting, but that's a background. So it's using that. So it wants you to do something similar for the header. Are we getting this? So what if I did something like this? Okay. You will remove, modify element, test before you will remove the Java from the code the website name Java Jam as H1 text. In this step, you will configure the Java logo.gif as a background image with center background position and no repeats. Okay, so I want this to be a background image. So what do? Can I do this? What if I copy this line here and go to header like this? Can I do this? Is that what it's asking me to do? And then I change this to Java logo.gif. Is that right? Is that what it's asking me to do? You don't know. I'm not here. And I don't mean to be facetious, and I'm not. I mean, it's not always easy to read some of this stuff, so that's why I'm kind of spending time on it. So again, look at it. It's telling you in general what it's going to do. You're going to modify the element. And then it's going to tell you that in the other tasks ahead, 3, 4, and 5, you're going to do something else, which is kind of confusing. But then it says, but wait, in this step, you will configure the Java logo GIF as a background image. Okay, so I have a background image, so that's what I just did. Background image. I did that. The code was already up here because we're using a background image for the body, so I can just steal that. I'm not using the background GIF. I'm using the Java logo GIF there. Okay. I'm hoping this makes sense. Oh, come on. Okay. I'm going to retire next week. That's it. I can't handle this anymore. Okay. Now, the only thing you want to do with center background position. So background, it kind of even. What's that? Craziness after. Okay, that's all right. Okay, so we want to do background position, right? I'm gonna hit enter. Background. Look at, there's a tag here. I just select it like that. It's amazing how that works. And what do you want to do? Center it, right? Now, if you're not sure what you've got, and you're like, I added this and I added this, go look at your web page. I added 2 elements. Just go look at it and see how it looks. I'll get rid of the car thing. I'll refresh this. Look at that, okay? But look, yeah, it looks kind of weird though, right? Because you know why? Why does it look weird? Well, okay, that's part of it. Look at, you're doing 2 things at once. I'm using this for the header, but look at, I didn't change my HTML code either. It's still pulling up the image here too. So I'm doing it twice right now. So, because it said, it didn't tell me to do it yet. So I'm listening, I'm being a good boy and I'm listening. I'm saying, okay, I didn't do it yet, right? So yeah, we're gonna, but I didn't want to do it yet. And then no repeats, you do no repeats, right? So you remember the code for that one? How you do no repeat? Go back to CSS. What's the thing for repeats? Does anyone remember what it is? Background dash repeat. Because what it does is if it has space, it takes the image and it repeats it. It keeps showing you the image over and over again. And they just want to do repeats is what is no, right? I think I just do no. None, no repeat. No repeat. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right, and then if I go back again, and you can keep adding stuff. Go back, look at your page, refresh. Look at that. All right, so that fixed that. But I do have a redundancy here because I'm putting the image up there too, but we're going to get rid of that later. But right now it looks pretty good, right? So it's using that image from there. That wasn't that hard, was it? That was 3 lines of code. Background image, background position, background no repeat. Okay? Easy peasy. I like that. Yes, it is. Also remove the text align style declaration. So where's that? Okay, so here's a text align right there. It says remove that and set the height to 100 pixels. So I'm going to remove the text align. That's gone. It's gone. Okay. And again, you can remove one at a time and refresh and just look at it and say like, oh, okay, how does it look? See, the image is still there. You see it? It's one's overlapping the other. So we still will have to get rid of the old image. You don't want that there. We will do that, yeah. I'm just not there yet, but we will do that. And then what does it say? Remove the text alignment and set the height to 100 pixels, which corresponds to the background height. So here's just saying right this. See right here? So we remove the text align style declaration and then set the height. Sorry, it keeps doing this thing. Go away. And set the height to 100 pixels. So how do we do the height? What do we do about that? What am I saying the height of? I'm saying the height of this. So how do I do that? So I say height, like that. And then do I do 100 pixels? So 100 px for pixels. And I didn't erase that one yet. And let's go back. Let's refresh. See what happened? Things are shifting. Things are shifting. Ew, I know, it's gross. It's like you gotta, it's disgusting. As if, right. Yes, I can go back. Hang on. Yeah. And we're gonna, so configure the H1 element. Selector, remove the line style height. Oh wait, I gotta ask you. Okay, we're back on the air. We're back from this commercial announcement. H1, configure H1. Let's do that. I'm gonna shrink this a little bit. All right, I'm going to H1. What do you want to do with H1? Remove the line height style. So we're not going to do line height anymore. It doesn't want this. Okay. Come on, guys, stay with me here. Line height. Set the margin to 0. So how do I do that? Is it just type margin? And again, if you're not sure, you can always look it up. So I'm going to do margin, colon, and I'm going to do 0. Oh, geez, sorry. I didn't want to do that. Hold on. Okay. Okay, set the margin to 0. I don't know if I can do 0 or just 0 pixels. Yeah, they want you to get rid of the line height. Set the margin to 0. Add a header text image replacement technique by setting text indent to 100%. White space to no wrap and overflow to hidden. So how do we do this? What are we doing? So we're going to do, this is all H1. Set the margin to 0, which I just did. Apply a header text image replacement technique by setting text indent. All right, so text indent. Yes, text indent, but I'm going to erase it secretly later on. I'll put weird things in there that you won't know. Hidden messages. Text indent, 100%. Okay. I think the margin could be 0%. I don't think it's pixels. I can leave it at 0%. I'll leave it at 0%. We'll see. We'll see. Again, if you're not sure, okay, so we just added 2 elements for H1. I'm just going to go look at the page and see how it looks. Ah! Who told me to type that? It looks terrible. What do we do here? Okay. Okay. This is good, though. We like to break it. We want to break it. And then white space to no wrap. So white space, no wrap. Look at that. White space, no wrap. I love it. I mean, this helper tells you even what to do, sort of. No wrap. Okay, no wrappy. And finally, overflow is to hidden. Overflow is hidden. Like that. Okay? So I've got those. All right, let's see what that did. If we're not sure, you go check. Let's go look at the page again. Did it do something? Look at that. Isn't it funny how these 2 extra lines made that big of a difference? And cleaned it up. Yeah. But it's stuff like that, right? Okay. Yeah. Remember, we still have that image in there, but the image is hidden behind there, so you can't see it. So technically, in your index page, you could still leave this here. I wouldn't leave it, and we'll take it out, but you could leave it. But we're gonna change it. So I'm still in the CSS. We just did H1. Let's go here. All right. I'm so proud of you. Okay. Okay, navigation. We're gonna do the navigation links. Configure the navigation hyperlinks. Use a descendant selector. You have a question? All right, we're back on. So we have to configure the navigation links, okay? We gotta do navigation. What's up, bud? This again. Use a descendant selector to add a nav. It's just a fancy way of another selector. That's all it is. It's just a fancy term for that. And what do? You're gonna do a new style rule for the anchor tags within the nav element, okay? And you're going to configure this selector with 15 pixels, and they tell you what they want you to do. So what do? So go find the nav element, right, down here. Here's my nav element. See that? Okay. So use a descendant selector to add a new style rule. Now I'm not going to modify this one. I'm going to create a new one. And the hint, here's the thing. Here's the reason I'm doing this. So stay with me. Logan, stay with me. All right. Here's something. I could be wrong. Please take it off, Robbie. I could be wrong. We have a nav selector, right? We've already got one of those. So that's there. But what they're saying, they're asking you to do is use a descendant selector to add a new style rule. So when they tell you to add a new style rule, it means do not touch the one that's already there. Do something new. Okay? What's that? Another yes. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Create a new nav rule. That's what you're supposed to do. Hello, Mr. Potato Head. So, and it shows you this. I can cheat a little bit. I can do this, but I won't do that because you guys don't have access to this. I will type it. So nav A. Okay. Text. Decoration. We're going to decorate. We're going to do some decorating. Holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving's coming up. We're going to do some decorating. I assume all of you watched Charlie Brown and the Halloween Great Big Pumpkin Charlie Brown. You don't watch that? You gotta watch that. All right, padding bottom, 15 pixels. You can do whatever you want. Whatever you want. All right, let's do this. All right. So we've got that in there. What is that doing? If you're not sure what this does to your page, go look. Just do a refresh. Did it do anything? Look what it just did. It got rid of the links. Here, watch this. I'm going to take it out. Don't do this if you put it in there. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to save this. I'm going to refresh this. Look what it just did. It put my links back. I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it back. Well, the idea is, look at what the book says here. You have to go back to what they want you to do. I'm going to make this bigger. Look at this. Here's our navigation. Do you see underscores on this side? No. So part of that is you're taking those away. So it's a link, but you're not showing it as a link. Is that good or bad? I don't know. But a lot of websites will do that. This is a style. This is something you've got to figure out. So the person who's asked you to do this website is going to say, I don't like that. I want it to look like this. Because links always have an underscore, right? It has an underline, so you know it's a link. And they're usually blue, right? This doesn't make it wrong. You can still make links. It doesn't have to have an underscore. It doesn't have to be blue. All right. So we are writing on the edge of the envelope here. Let's see. Okay. Okay, what do we do? Configure the link visited. Okay, these are important too. These are part of your links. The link, the visited. You know when you go to a website, you ever do a search on Google? Stay with me. Come on, we got 15 minutes. We're doing good. So here's an example in here, okay? Right here. That's an example of what it's doing. All right. So I can do this. Nav, a link. Okay. I'm going to use the link. I'm going to configure that. Okay. This is what they call pseudo classes. These are pseudo classes. We didn't spend a lot of time on these, but this is what these are. This is a pseudo class. Link, open curly. Color. Okay, yeah, I don't know what color this is. 996633. Oh, that looks just like 994439. I wonder if that's why they did that. Oh, come on, you guys. Really? I know, it's just that's the color they want. So if you're not sure, again, go look at the page, refresh it. There you go. Okay, now you can start to see. See it changed colors. All right. But if I click on that one, if I click on that one, if I click on that one, it'll start to change colors. Okay. I messed it up. All right. So you're going to do the same thing for the other ones. I did one for nav for link, and I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to do two more because I'm going to do visited and hover. So this time I'm going to do, instead of link, I'm going to do visited like that. And this one's going to be hover. These are called pseudo classes. Okay. So it takes that link. The link is the main one that you haven't touched, and then visited and hover. And the colors, they want you to do visited. They want you to change it to CCAA66. And then hover, they want you to do 33, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see how that looks. I'm going to come back to my page. I'm going to refresh this. And look how it changes. I went to each of the links, and you can tell how the colors were. So then your question is, how do I make it so that I get a fresh set of links? Do you know? So the colors show up. Because right now it says I visited it. How do you do that? How do you clear your history? How do you clear it so it doesn't, site doesn't know that you've been there before? Clear your history or clear your cookies, right? You can clear cookies too, but usually your history. And then you go back to the website, and it will then show up as if it was a brand new page that you visited, and then you'll have the colors back. So if it's not working, you can also, I'll leave it recording. You can also use a different browser. You can cheat. So if you're doing stuff like in Chrome or Edge or whatever, you can go to Firefox. You can open a Firefox, and Firefox uses a different set of cookies and history, and it won't show it as visit, so you can look at it that way. And I recommend you using different browsers to check your site to make sure it looks okay. Because remember I was telling you that story about how I was looking at it one page, and the person in Boston was looking at it a different way. I was like, this is beautiful. And he looks like, this is crap, right? Well, you want to check different browsers. You want to see Safari, Firefox, all those, just to check it. Okay? All right, thank you. So now it's green. So there's green. It visited me, it's white, and if I hover, it goes to black. But see what you can do, so you can play with this and do whatever you want. I wouldn't recommend white on beige or Talon or whatever that is, because you can go cream, whatever you can't see what it is. And you want blue. All right, so Deborah wants blue. Okay. So visited, I'm going to change visited. I'll make it yellow or something. Refresh. I still can't see it. How about red? All right. Okay.